All right, shalom everyone. We're here with another post-sermon interview, and our speaker today, I'll let him introduce himself, and we'll go from there.
Hey everyone, I'm Patrick Irving. I'm from Lexington, Kentucky, and I've been in this message for just over 2.5 years.
What did you speak about today?
Uh, Today I spoke about the 1888 message in light of the Great Controversy.
So, imagine I am 5, and I have no idea what that means.
Yeah, so pretty much, I think in the context of Christianity, there is a battle between good and evil, and I think that battle between good and evil um, pr- is more highly manifested at certain times in history, and I think 1888, specifically being an Adventist history, um, was a time when that happened.
Tell someone what a Seventh-day Adventist is who never heard of it.
Seventh-day Adventist is a person that believes in the soon coming of Christ and also the seventh-day Sabbath day.
Okay, which would be observed like how and when?
That's typically observed on Saturday, or technically sundown on Friday night to sundown Saturday night. And pretty much like how I like to spend Sabbath is typically spending time with family, friends, with my wife out in the garden, reading the Bible, something like that.
So you focused a lot on your message, which we'll link in the description, and all of that. But I'd like to hear what you focused a lot about the evil, horrible things,
Yeah.
and I'd like to hear about the good things that happened in 1844 and 1888, and why you think there were so many other evil things that were trying to be counterfeit or disruptive to that concept.
Yeah. So the good things that happened in 1844, depending on how you look at it, if you're like me, I appreciate my Adventist roots. So 1844, even though it's typified as the Great Disappointment, I still see it as an important time for God's people, because while they were wrong in their understanding, they were led to correct principles, and then um,
Yeah, and for those who don't know, like the 2300 days and the 2520 and other prophecies all ended, they thought, in 1843 and later 1844. So they were expecting Christ to come.
yeah,
They were greatly disappointed, and God was raising up a people who later accepted the Seventh-day Sabbath.
yeah.
But that ultimately led to 1888. So give us a overview of like the conference, the ideas, the controversy.
Yeah, so pretty much 1888 was really about two speakers, was E.J. Wagner and A.T. Jones, and the whole theme of the conference was righteousness by faith, but more of the specifics were um, how the covenants were to be understood, um, how the law and specifically in Galatians, but really just how the law and grace are supposed to interact, um, things like that.
All right, so you've got about a minute and a half. Let's say you're in an elevator, you see something that prompts you related to this subject, or even just like the truth in general. Like, say someone just is in pain or suffering, crying. Like, what words of comfort or encouragement do you have, whether it's related to your message or not? Like, what do you tell that person? You've got a minute and a half.
Yeah, I think it's important for everyone to know, and my wife is a chaplain, so she deals with this all the time. Um, People struggle with, especially when they're dealing with tragedy, they struggle with finding God in that. Specifically, whether they're blaming God or they're asking God, why is this happening? Um, I think it's important to realize that God's will is never bad for us. God's will is never about death. It's never about sickness. It's never about disease. God's will is always the good and for the benefit of humanity and for His children. Um, and so I think it's important to understand that, yeah, God never He wants to heal and restore us. he doesn't want to see anyone die. So,
All
um,
right.
yeah.
And you got like 23 seconds to promote your book or anything else.
Okay, go read Behold the Lamb by Patrick Irving. It's pretty much all about the character of God and rejecting penal substitution. And yeah, check out Father of Love Fellowship.